Legend of War here, and today we've got a 7-year disaster battle playing as Balthazar Gelt going up against the von Karsteins, where we've got one pretty decent army, a lot of variety in here, mortars, lots of different archers, mostly archer-based army, with some melee infantry frontline, and we're going up against Vlad, Isabella, and a settlement garrison here, more than 40 units, tons of zombies. So the guy in the email said that he tried to use Balthazar Gelt to just blast them ahead of the main army, use this one to keep units distracted, and checkerboard formation, and just got rolled over by them. And this is primarily, I think, because there are so many zombies in this army that if you shoot at them, their lives are worth less than every single one of your arrows, so you kind of have to go into melee with them, which isn't really ideal. So it almost doesn't matter what you shoot at, your balance of power will just simply deplete faster than theirs. That's the problem. Now, I think there is a way to get around this. If we have a look at the terrain, it's not the best, but there are a few areas here of interest, right? There is a bit of a blind spot down here and a blind spot over here. Let's jump into the battle and have a little bit of a look, but I think there is a little bit of hope. But yeah, we can't really use conventional tactics to defeat an enemy that is just able to roll right over you without really using any serious planning. Just by sheer numbers. Just because there's some low quality units in there. This is the thing. Vampire units, low quality chaff, they're definitely not necessarily damage dealers, but they dish out damage by soaking up your missiles. That's the problem. So the balance of power is even. That's only Vlad's army. So that means we're probably outpowered 2 to 1. Alright. Now, there's a small hill here and a larger hill there, but if I deploy here, this isn't the best defensive position, and I think we can make use of it here. If we're standing here, looking at what we can see, we can't see any of the rest of the battlefield, so line of sight should be an issue for the vampires here.
Take up your positions!
Now they do have some flying units, we'll have to target them first. But if we can hide, just at least at the beginning of the battle, we could allow Gelt to do a lot more damage before these guys have to go in. Especially getting rid of the garbage, get rid of the zombies, because Winds of Magic takes time to use up. With 150 reserves plus Arcane Conduit, that's a good half an hour. I don't want this battle to be a half an hour, but we'll see how we go. But it'll take about half an hour to fully use up all that Winds of Magic, where an Archer and Mortar unit can use up all of their ammo in a couple of minutes. And it always sucks when you lose a battle and you've still got ammunition and Winds of Magic left over that you just couldn't access because the battle was too quick. Now another thing... another thing is... the mortars will probably give away the position because they are taller than the rest of our units here. So what we need to do with the mortars is actually take them off to begin with, because they're probably not going to be hidden. And what that'll do is shorten the line of sight problem for these units so they can hide. And then we just try to use Balthazar Gelt to clear out the fell bats and essentially just the zombies. Now that still leaves Vlad and Isabella to deal with, which is very difficult if they're mixed in a bunch of other units, because they just heal so quickly and they got lots of ward save. But if they're mostly cleared out, then we should be able to get the guns to fire at them without zombies essentially blocking their shots. Alright, now this one over here, we need this one to hide as well. Yeah, that's fine. And make sure everybody is not firing at will and on guard mode. Use that one later down the track, but hopefully just nobody goes over there. Okay. So, we need to get them off the artillery immediately. Stand back. And try to get further down the hill here. Until they all hide. Okay, get in there. I just got to find the right spot. That just completely blocks their line of sight. So it looks like Gelt has already defeated Isabella before because he got regen. So some of our units are hidden. The ones that are more over here. So we just need to move a bit more over this way. Yep, they're hiding. That's good. Okay. I think we're all hidden. Cool. So now, the only unit they can see, because the AI has got no memory whatsoever, they just can't remember where any of your units were. They really need to download some more RAM. They're just going to come over this way and try to get Gelt, even though the only unit that can actually get Gelt are the Fellbats, and they have no chance of defeating Gelt. So what you do there is you hold down spacebars so you can see where the models are direct to the ground. Which eliminates the guesswork on that spell. Right, everyone's hidden, right? Yep, everyone's hidden. Cool. So what they're trying to do there is just get together, get reformed, and then there'll be some good opportunities for us to get blobs in. Now, the other question in this battle is whether or not to use Final Transmutation. Now, here are the upsides to it. The upside is it's the only spell that we've got that can do any serious damage to single entities. The downside is that all of their single entities can heal with absolute ease. So, if I focus on trying to get rid of their single entities, I probably won't get rid of any of them. Whereas if I focus on getting rid of their zombies, I can get rid of the vast majority of them. Problem is, though, the zombies are the lowest balance of power unit. Yeah, so there's more than 40 units on the battlefield, so more reinforcements will come in. Let's lure them a bit more over here. No point casting just... there's some decent blobs, but... yeah, I don't expect much out of that. It's only 2 Winds of Magic, and we were at 30. Okay, this one here got discovered. Move further back in there. There we go. Gotta keep an eye on that, because we're not in the trees. Everyone's hidden, right? Yep. Yep. Okay. I gotta lure them back this way. They're not really targeting Gelt that much at the moment. Okay, now they seem to be. But they can't do anything about it. They've got no guns. They can use Spirit Leech, but they could use up all of their Winds of Magic. And probably not even do a dent into the Gelt. Because it's got loads of resistances against it. It's not a good spell in the first place. And it's really expensive, so they'll just deplete all their Winds of Magic. And now we just gotta try to get some good casts in. Generally speaking, I don't like overcasting, even if there's only a small chance of miscasting. It just depends on the situation, because Searing Doom 1 Winds of Magic, overcasted 4. Gehenna's Golden Hound 2 Winds of Magic, overcasted 4. It also massively increased the cooldown, so you can cast a lot faster if you don't overcast. Okay, huge blob like that coming in might be a good opportunity for an overcasted Final Transmutation, because we're just going to hit so many of them that it might actually be worth it. Bounce power is not in our favor. But we're inflicting a lot of damage. And this is ammunition that'll be spared. You know, I'm having to shoot these goddamn zombies. But yeah, in terms of cost effectiveness with the Final Transmutation, it is definitely better to overcast it, but it's not that much more efficient. It's still a very inefficient spell. Even with Gelt's reductions to the cost. The only time you'd really use it if you need it in emergency, like you're really getting pounded and you need to dish out some damage to single entities, because obviously Searing Doom and Gehenna's Golden Hound doesn't do anything to them. Alright, I've also got the Trickster's Shard, which I think as a ability totally sucks. Because you've got to guess exactly when they're going to spellcast, and even then you've got to overcast it for it to do anything. It's just such a shit spell. Alright, another good opportunity here for an overcasted Final Transmutation. Let's take it. Luckily, miscasts don't do that much damage to Gelt. So we've cleared out about 1,000 of them so far. Yeah, more than 1,000. Probably mostly zombies. But that's okay, that's what we're here to do with him. But yeah, in terms of taking out the single entities, you see it hasn't really done anything. And the problem here is that they'll just regenerate anyway, where it's more difficult to regenerate the infantry. They've got to cast a Nehek on it, and it's just not cost effective to cast Invocation of Nehek on zombies. Probably the least cost effective unit to heal. Because they're a high hit point, low value unit. You want to be using Invocation of Nehek on low hit point, high value units like Cairn Wraiths. Which they don't have any. But it seems like we've got a good spot going on over there now. Actually haven't used up that much Winds of Magic yet. Still not really that keen on using more final transmutations. Already done 100,000 damage. What's going on? What? Oh, they're all hidden. They're all hidden. Yeah, sometimes they'll just go scout ahead a little bit, but they won't go too far. This is where bigger maps really help. But this is one of the bigger maps in the game. Okay, need them to blob up. Because it'll make this a lot quicker if one spell can inflict like 500 kills as opposed to 20. Just because they're in loose formation. But they just don't seem to be reacting that much to Gelt's movements at the moment. Shit, we got discovered over here. Need to move more over this side. There we go, hidden again.
The Empire endures.
Gotta keep an eye on that. It's a really finicky location because it's not a huge obstruction. Not a terrible spot for another final transmutation, but I still don't think it's a very cost-effective spell, so I'd rather just keep using Searing Doom and Gehenna's Golden Hounds. And even after all of these casts, the bounce power is still not in our favor. And they may still have more reinforcements to come in. Because this looks like 40 units still. We also have the Solent Runefang, which causes leadership debuffs. So units that get especially damaged, if we just fly over their heads, we might be able to get them to start crumbling, getting even more sort of free kills. But they are still trying to heal. Looks like they're just using single caster. Okay, hang on, we got discovered again. Yeah, because they're more over this way. We need to move over here. Because this area here is a little bit lower.
Great swords. By Ulrich's wrath.
You only got a certain amount of time to get them to hide before they're too close and it won't work anyway. It also could be because there's high ground there. They're just sort of seeing over the hill. Yeah. Come on, move over.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Also, while they're advancing, they're not blobbing up, so we're not going to get as good spellcasts on us. Alright, this one here is the only one that... Okay, there we go. They're all hidden again. Good, they're going back this way. Nice. Gotta keep a constant eye on it. Lapse it for a moment with just one unit not hidden. One unit of cavalry get over there, that's it, it's over. Yeah, they're still bringing in new units. Just zombies. But so far we have killed off nearly 2,000 of their troops. This isn't likely going to be a great cast. This one here's had a fair bit of damage done to it. I think that's just part of the garrison, so it's not a high value. Yeah, if I just cast this here, there's a good chance that they'll just try to dodge it. You want to cast it when they get into a big blob. That way it's too difficult for them to pull themselves out of it because they get stuck on each other. Alright, I gotta get them to reform in on themselves. Okay, one of our guys discovered again. We probably need to move a little bit more over this way. Okay, a reshuffling's happening. That's good. I think there's the rough center of it. Oh, that didn't really work. Maybe I need to move further back. It's not working. Come on, we need to hide again.
No lingering. State troops, ready.
The closer they get, the more difficult it's going to be to hide. Because we're in a blob, we don't move very quickly. But it's a very small hill. Gonna try to make use of it as best we can. Come on, Gelt, I need you to try to get them to go backwards there. Okay, let's just try to move around specific units.
Go. Moving now. Yes, sir.
Come on. Come on, if they get too close over here, it's done for.
Ready for war.
Okay, most of the units are hidden.
We obey.
There's just a handful that aren't.
Taking aim. Go.
Okay, I think they're all hidden again. Good. Oh god, that was pretty close. Because if this one gets around too far over here, there's no protection from line of sight there. Alright, just wait till they come back over this way. Gonna get them as far away from that point as possible. Because yeah, they just need one unit to see where they are. Goes wide enough. Can't hide anymore. Now, I think there's a better chance in our current state of the battle that we can overcome it, but we've still got a lot of winds of magic, and there's still a lot of shit units in here that we could really benefit from clearing out a bit more. Since, you know, casting one Gehenna's Golden Hand is worth nearly no balance of power to us, and it can get us loads of kills, whereas even a single volley of crossbow shots is worth more balance of power than that single cast. You just get a lot of value out of magic. Which is why using it at the beginning of the battle is so valuable. Allows you to get some really quick army losses on the enemy. Okay, the enemy's not too clumped up, but also not too wide. So we're still getting some good casts. Looks like he's going to get past 2,000 kills. Okay, that's the kind of location that we're looking for a Searing Doom. It's just going to take them too long to get out of the way. But you can see they're trying to. A second too late on that one. But yeah, I hate that ability. I think that's just useless. It's just a click for the sake of a click. Waste of time. Duration 16 seconds. This is such a piece of crap. Okay, we have units not him being hidden again. It's just a handful of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're good. Alright, looking at things now, we have killed off half of their army. And even then, the balance of power is still not in our favor. See, them going wide like this isn't great for Gehenna's Golden Hound. This isn't going to do a ton of damage. It's better than nothing. Still got plenty of wins. 170,000 damage done with Geld. Imagine if we didn't do that. How much more that these guys here have to work to get the army losses. Alright, some of these units became discovered again.
Formation march. Take aim. At speed.
Okay, I think they're all... Wait, are they all hidden? Looks like it. Why are they still advancing?
Great swords.
Yeah, they're all hidden. Why are they advancing? Okay, maybe I'll land. Oh no, they're coming back around. Okay, that's good. Still a few units here and there that crumble. That's good. It's just free kills. There's sort of a battle of magics. Whose magic is better, the damage magic or heal magic? Can they outlast our Gehenna's Golden Hounds? And whose magic's gonna run out first?
They'll never move again. I am master of Shalom.
Okay, we got past the 2,000 kills. That's a good blob forming up over there. Should I pop one of these down? It's just low value. It's just such a low value spell compared to these other two. All right, discovered again. Have to constantly move around because the line of sight keeps changing as these guys aren't standing still. They're still kind of looking for our army, they're just not sure where to look. Even though we know where it is, obviously. Alright. I think these ones over here can see over this hill, so we need to move a bit further back, I think. But it's also a possibility that as they go further down the hill, that their line of sight will be blocked again. So sometimes just being patient works. But yeah, if they charge at us in this formation here, we're doomed. But I'm not done casting yet. Okay, since this one over here is hidden, leads me to believe that that spot over there is a good spot to hide. Okay, they're all hit again. Alright, just stay put. And... good, turning back around. Sometimes, once you've gotten them all hidden, you just need to make one of your units move again. Like the wizard, in order for them to react to it. Can't get some of these units crumbling. Yeah, they brought in another unit of reinforcements. Yeah, more zombies.
Moving now! Moving faster! No lingering! Quick march!
Come on. Everyone there's still hidden.
Move again!
Need to move further back. Further back over here. Tell you what, it's a lot easier if you just hide them in the trees. I haven't had to readjust this guy here. Because the only way they're going to discover him is if they get close to it. But there's no trees to run to back there. And it takes us too long to run over here. It won't work. You want to avoid trees that are in sort of... If you look where my mouse cursor is, anywhere inside this box that I'm forming up here, avoid those trees. Because the AI tends to move around. Anything on the outside here is usually ideal. Where they don't go and check. Alright, if that guy's going wide there, he might discover us. because, like I said, it doesn't... oh, no, no. Yeah, they did. Shit, they're really close now. I think this one here discovered them. I think we should just stand still. They're moving closer in this way, and I think they'll go back to being hidden in a moment. What's going on with these two? Why aren't they hidden?
At speed!
Come on, I need you to hide, you dipshits. Okay, good. Also, withdrawing them from the battlefield, not a good idea, because we do need to use them in the battle, just not right now. Fairly soon, though. I'm running kind of low on wins. And every cast is doing less than the previous one, just because there's fewer infantry to hit. Be good if we could dish out more damage to the Black Knights. But that's a unit where the crossbowmen can actually shoot, and it's fine. Not a waste of magic. Ammo. Main thing here is not necessarily to aim for high value units, but aim for high damage. Whatever we can dish out the most damage, even if it's on a low value unit. Because all we gotta do here is just claim balance of power. You know, no point aiming for something and missing. You might as well aim at something that you can hit. Infantry are a lot easier to hit. Yeah, the problem is they'll got a high priority of healing them. See, this one here has used up most of its healing.
Sigma calls. I am master of Shadow.
Yeah, they brought in another unit.
At speed.
I can tell because the total number of enemy troops keeps increasing. So they've still got reinforcements coming in. I think there's still one more bat to come in as well. That's when we know there's no more reinforcements. I think our line of sight here is blocking it.
Let's go. Moving.
So yeah, when the last bat unit comes in, I think that's when we'll know it's... Actually, I'm not sure what'll be the last unit.
Feel my heart.
That doesn't seem like it was a great cast. No, not really.
Formation.
Everyone's still hidden. Good. Can't keep this up for much longer. We're almost spent.
Faster. Quick march. Take
Yeah, they're just not blobbing up as much. We've taken out 3,000 of their troops. That means 500 of their units have died from crumbling.
Find the enemy.
See, I'd much rather aim for the units that are already damaged as opposed to a healthy unit, because if I could just damage them a little bit more, then we might be able to get them to crumble and just be rid of them for good.
For Heldenhammer. Sigma.
Just hoping I hit something there.
Armor melts.
I got him a little bit, nothing major. It's only one winds of magic.
They'll never move again.
Good, unit over here is crumbling. That seems like an okay cast.
Balthazar Gelt.
Oh god, those are getting bloody close.
At speed.
See, I can't lure them up here, because then they'll be able to see us. That's why I'm trying to stay over this way.
To battle. Formation. March. Move out. Take the ground.
Maybe that was the last of their reinforcements, because I know a unit got wiped out, and nothing's replaced it.
On way.
Should I do that just to finish off a whole bunch of units? Let's see if this was a good idea. So from 2633, let's see if this gets a good number of kills. It's pretty good at inflicting loads of kills on already really damaged units. Okay. It's pretty expensive, but I think that did a decent job.
Moving faster.
And we're clearing out a bunch of units. Still all hidden, that's good. Another good thing about this, them running around, they're getting all nice and tired. We're gonna get to 3,000 kills. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we're very low on wins now. That's with Arcane Conduit active. And still, the bounce of power, not in our favor yet. Oh man, this is the blob I've been waiting for. Don't think overcasting it's a good idea. Now, if you're thinking, why not land Guilt so they'll charge around him? That's a good way to get Guilt killed. Alright, we're pretty much out of magic now. We've got a few casts left in us. And then we'll have to form up and fight them the old-fashioned way. By shooting them. Maybe Guilt isn't going to get that 3,000 kills after all. Yeah, no more reinforcements appear to come in. They're still getting in the odd heal. Trying to get them to crumble. 1 winds of magic every 2.5 minutes there. Good, this one here is crumbling. Damn, I was just hoping it would be at least in the middle, but it just isn't. Even after 3,000 kills, 240,000 damage, they still have the bounce of power on their side. I've got one more cast. We need to make it work. Well, actually, with an Arcane Conduit, it'll probably come in a bit faster. But I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. Yep, that looks like a pretty good cast. It's going exactly where we need to do. Still got a Searing Doom left. Alright, and that is the last of our spell casting. So now what we need to do is lure them as far back as possible so we can get into formation before they rush at us. Alright, Gelt might still be able to get some more magic, but it's not worth sitting here for another 40 minutes or whatever trying to do it. Alright, here we go. Alright, we need to go pick up the mortars, obviously. It'll still take them a moment to get over here, because if they just rush the cavalry here, that'll be easier to kill them. Okay. Well, they haven't detected us yet, so that's good. Cool, I got 1 more Winds of Magic. 1 every, 3 minutes. And because we picked up the artillery, the bounce of power is now even. Which means we've got a good chance of winning. A really good chance of winning now. All it took was 3,000 kills for it to be even. That's it. Just 3,000, no big deal. Okay, now, let's get this guy to lure the faster units over here first. Yep, they've been detected.
The Empire endures. Moving now. Come on.
Actually, why don't we go and harass the corpse carts over here? They'll reduce our Winds of Magic generation, though. So I'll do it after that Arcane Conduit. Because that might get me 1 more cast of Gehenna's Golden Hounds. So yeah, come over here. Shoot at something, get their attention, bring them over here. Maybe just hold fire on them for the moment, just because all of this loose formation stuff, they're just not going to get any good hits in. Alright, we got the second wind. Oh, these guys are pretty close. Yeah, if we could keep Vlad as far back as possible so that he doesn't interfere over here. That would be ideal, because as far as I'm concerned, Gelt has done enough. Alright, well, they're not focusing on the Outriders, which is fine by me. If we can just get free kills, I'm fine with that. That was a good cast. And got him above his 3,000 kills. Nice. Good job, Gel. And now the bouncer power is actually in our favor. We've definitely won. With no more enemy reinforcements coming, as long as we keep Vlad away from here, because he's probably still got heaps of regen. Yeah, we just want to inflict the army losses on him. That's the best way to get him. Unless you've got some kind of, like, 5 Luminarchs of Hish all aiming at him at once. Vlad is such a pain in the ass to get rid of. That's it, try to get these units over here early. Isabella shouldn't be too difficult to get rid of because she's at least on a horse, so it makes her a bigger target. How much of her regen has she used up? Not much. Yeah, with Vlad hanging back over here, really couldn't ask for a better situation with that. Just make sure they're all firing. Yeah, with a Vargulf coming in here, it's just gonna get shredded by all these missile units. Oh, they dodged the first volley. Stop dodging! So what I'm trying to do here is stop it from charging into the front. Oh shit, shot my engine, it's a little bit there. Here comes Isabella. Right, it gets one hit, maybe a second, and then it's out of here. Isabella's next. Okay, the artillery just aim at whatever we can. That's... yeah, the Grave Guard would be best. Okay, Vlad's coming back over this way. We need to lure him away.
Yes, General! Now!
Oh shit, they're obstructed. Okay, then... what you doing? Okay. Okay, land... what's his face? There, so that Vlad turns back around. We don't want Vlad to show up over here at all. Keep the one braced. Okay, is Vlad gonna turn around? Nope, he doesn't seem to care. Well, we've got to make him care then. Isabella healed.
Weapons at the ready! Mortar! Fight for France!
Bigger blob over here, aim for that.
By my will alone.
She must have healed an absolute ton because she wasn't even close to using up all of her regen. Now she's actually really close to it. Okay, that's it. Man, he just does not care. Not interested at all in that. Right, Isabella's kind of going down. Careful not to get friendly fire here. Bounce power's looking good. Alright, Vlad's coming in. That's a problem. I need to get Vlad out of here. Most of the enemy forces are gone now, at least. Yeah, get him out of there. But still no army loss. Oh good, he's turning back around. Alright, now that most of the infantry are out of the way, let's bring the cavalry over here. Try to start shooting at Vlad. Just get him the fuck out of the way.
Moving faster.
There's not much wind's left.
Mortar!
Let's try to get rid of Isabella.
Fight for France!
Alright, might be best just to not use the mortar ammunition at all.
Go!
Come on, shooter. Alright, still gotta try to keep Vlad back. Don't want to be dealing with him at all. Alright, this will probably be the last cast of the battle. Good, Isabella's down. Good, good, good.
I am supreme, ready for war.
Crossbowmen! We serve France!
Still no army losses.
Formation, march.
We've used up a decent portion of our ammo, but not enough to really lose any serious balance of power.
Yes.
Alright, I think that the corpse carts are worth a lot of balance of power, but are quite easy to kill. So let's try to hurt them a bit.
At speed!
Where the fuck are they going?
Ulrich's wrath.
Oh look, I get one more cast. Alright, well we'll hit the Black Knights when they charge in here.
Battle awaits. Armor melts.
And now we're fully out of ammo.
Go! No lingering!
Okay, no point using the mortars anymore, just waste our bounce power because it's useless against single entities.
One way. Take the ground. Take
Alright, we've just got to try to gain a little bit more on them.
Riders!
now before me.
Still got so many single entities.
We obey!
Alright, let's start getting rid of this Vargulf here. Try to lure it over here, because that'll be worth a lot. Yeah. But they're being really silly. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing here.
At speed!
Yeah, I have no idea what they're doing. So they just want to get together. Right, if that's the case, try to get
Speed!
Vlad to chase after the Outriders while the rest of the army comes over this way.
Prepare for combat! No lingering! Attack!
There we go, there we go. Okay, now Vlad's still not quite defeated because even with the army losses, he takes a little while to die because he's got so much resistance.
Outriders!
But yeah, having gone through this battle now, I think that just dealing with all of their forces right from the get-go, without having Gelt inflict like 2,000 kills, there's no way you were going to win this. You know, I think people underestimate how bloody strong Vlad is. There we go, we got him. Vlad is on his own. Even if he's only got an army full of zombies, the army itself doesn't really matter that much. It's just there to block shots that are aiming for him. And there we go, walked out of that with pretty much no damage. Well, very little damage. And took a while though. But that was a tricky one because we had to constantly keep shifting our hidden units. Because yeah, we weren't losing much balance of power until, well, with our ammunition, until we go below half of our ammo, and then pretty much every single shot after that would just not be worth even shooting. You kind of need to win these sort of battles before you've reached that point. So, well, Vlad got wounded, but at least you can finish this one off here now. Easy auto resolve. There you go. I'm not sure what he wanted me to do here. I probably shouldn't have made that decision for him. Generally speaking, I occupy Wolfenburg. Don't give it back to the Elector because it's got gold there, so it's pretty valuable. So just occupy it. You got plenty of money. Don't loot it. Yeah. Yeah, just leave Ostland. Yeah, if I gave it back to them, they would have had still 10 fields here. I don't think that's a good idea. Just leave them with one region. Alright, cool. Well, anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. I know those battles can be a little bit tedious to watch with all the magic and goofing the enemy around, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.